have the opportunity to bring to you today not only a valued member of our Helena community, a valued member of the lending community, but more importantly, just a really valued member of my sphere of people. This is Kendra Kessler. She is a loan assistant for Evergreen Home Loans and a new company in town, but there is nothing new about what they bring in terms of experience. We were just talking about 60 plus years of
Almost
experience?
70, maybe over 70, somewhere between 60 and 70 years of experience in our office.
And experience means something, especially when it is something as large and as important and as getting a loan to buy a home or to purchase property or investing. Like, experience becomes very real in a hurry, and that's why I wanted to take a chance to visit with Kendra about what Evergreen has to offer that may be a little bit different than what we've had available in the past, and just to get to know her and have a conversation.
Perfect.
So go ahead, tell us what you have.
All right, so to start off, we did bring Evergreen Home Loans into the Montana market after the first of the year. Evergreen is not new. It was a lending company opened in 1987, started in the Bellevue and Seattle area. It's just new to Montana. So they took over our team here in Helena, a team in Bozeman, and a team in Billings, just to bring Evergreen into the Montana market. They are a company that expands very methodically. So they weren't just going to open an office wherever. They were only going to open offices with established lenders that have experience in that community. They know the title companies, they know the real estate agents, they are already doing it.
And so I think that should tell our community and greater community that there is definitely a value where we're at and the people that we're dealing with here. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we know that. Born and raised here.
Yes.
I've taught in Helena for 30 years. Kendra is a former student. We know the value.
Yes.
But it's also nice when you have companies that have established themselves, that see the value in our communities and have decided to plant roots here.
Right, and they did. We were number one on their list. They wanted to acquire Montana, looking to come into here. Their culture and their values strongly aligned with what ours were. Our whole team are Montana people, born and raised. We know this area, we know this community, we know the people, and they could not be a more perfect fit.
Yeah, you guys have skin in the game. And I guess that's how I feel about being an agent here in Helena and the surrounding areas, is that this means something to me. We have literal skin, blood, sweat, and tears in all of the adventures that we've gone through in this community.
Of course,
right?
Yeah. And we care. We're not going anywhere, so we want to make sure things keep moving in positive directions here. So.
Yes, and I think you have you're going to be here. You're going to be a staple in the community, and I think that's what I have found working with you and working with your dad and Kyler and Crystal, is that perfect example. Last night, I'm meeting with the client. We're going back and forth. It's 6 o'clock. Who do I call? You.
Yeah.
And who answered their phone? You. And your
and
dad.
Don.
And Don. And because of
we
course,
got to give him props.
We got to give him props. But yeah, I think that's, to me, having that availability, so then I can give that service to my clients. And, I also want to bring up that, we've had a situation where the loans that you have weren't a perfect fit for one of my clients. And what did you do? But refer it out.
Well, I feel like that speaks to our community and what it means to be from here and a staple in that community too. We want what's best for our clients, and part of me building trust with you knowing you can count on us, is that if I don't have the best option or they can do something else somewhere else, I'm going to tell you. And we're going to do that for them because that's what's right for them.
Well, and that's what, as a team, we want. We want integrity. We want values. We want transparency. And I think, communication.
Yeah, communication is huge.
Communication is
That's
huge.
like you talking about me answering my phone. Sometimes when people ask me, well, what do you do, or what do you think your guys' biggest asset is? And I always say we answer our phone, we respond, because that's big. Because we work a certain schedule, we're here, but a lot of real estate offers are accepted and drawn up in various different hours, and different questions come up that aren't 9 to 5, and you have to have somebody that's going to be able to answer those.
And I feel confident when I'm sitting at the table at 6 o'clock and my clients have a question about financing that I feel comfortable calling you. I don't feel bad. Maybe for a split second,
You
but
shouldn't
then I
feel
get
bad.
over
That's
it.
what we
I
do,
get
right?
over it.
If somebody calls you because they want to buy a house, regardless of what time you want to answer it.
And then I always preface with, I owe you a beer. So there's always that piece too.
And right? I never say no.
And we never say no to that. So yeah, I just think it's important when you are trying to make a decision as huge as purchasing a home or purchasing property, that you not only feel confident in your real estate agent, but then everything that brings to the table.
Right.
And there's not a huge, huge, right? This lending piece of it is absolutely positively huge.
Oh.
And so we can't move anywhere without that. And so having confidence in who I am able to call and who my clients are able to call is a difference maker.
Well, and that's how we feel working with you. We know we're not going to be finding out at the closing table that there's a new amendment for a seller credit that we've never seen. We know you're going to get us what we need. We know you're going to respond. We know you're going to communicate throughout the process. Even if the client's talking to you and they're like, hey, we have a question on this, you're going to let me know so I can call and explain it. Like, it goes both ways for sure. And we have full confidence that when we're working with you, that you're also going to have that communication piece and that transparency and that integrity to communicate throughout the whole process. And that's a difference maker for us too. So when we attack two of the biggest parts of buying the house, the real estate agent and the lender, with that in mind and that communication, I think that's why we have seen success in working together.
Yeah, and I think it puts value into both of our pieces of this puzzle, because there are so many pieces to it, and I mean, all of which can cause high anxiety, stress,
there's so many emotions, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
So,
and in a market where timing is key, interest rates are like the variation right now being
volatile.
That is a great word for it. And so, and I also appreciate, that you guys knowing the trends and where we're at and being able to work with the team. It makes everything seamless.
Right.
And so I appreciate that. But I just wanted to take the opportunity to be able to sit down, introduce people to not only Kendra, like I said, she'll tell you, one of my favorite students, and Evergreen Mortgage. And it's just one more tool that we can put in our toolbox that allows us to work together and to help, put back into this community that's given us so much over the years.
Well, and that's kind of cool. One of the main reasons our team decided to move to Evergreen are the new programs and options that Evergreen brings to the market that have not existed in Montana prior to Evergreen being in Montana. So it gives us options to help your clients have their offers stand out or get their offers accepted or put them in a better position to buy than what previously was out there. One of those things, we're not the only person who does this, but one of the things that we do is upfront we can do a full pre-approval where we give borrowers a pre-approval certificate that you submit with their offer that guarantees the seller $5,000 if anything falls through on the buyer. So in a situation where it's a competitive, they have multiple offers and you're the offer that's having that and is guaranteeing the seller that if something falls through, you've got this guarantee here, can help their offer stand out, can help their offer
be a
get
game
accepted,
changer.
can be a game changer. The biggest difference from some of the competitors that do that versus Evergreen is that Evergreen doesn't submit it with a 4-page writer of all the ways they can get out of it. We're a company built on integrity, so if something happens, we will pay that. We will not look for a way out of it. It is not what we do. Our reputations with agents and in the community are everything, so we stand behind that 100%. So that's kind of a starting point of things that we do. With that program, we're able to do what we call Evergreen's Cash Up. So if we get you pre-approved and we've got everything ahead of time, we can put the offer in. You can put the offer in as a cash offer with no financing contingencies, no appraisal contingency, none of that. So that can help. I know a lot of people in the Montana market were getting beat out in a lot of scenarios with cash offers. So being able to come in as a cash offer is huge. With that, we just do the financing afterwards on the back end with us. So that's definitely something that we can go in more detail in if somebody wants to know, but that's just something that helps set your offer apart in a competitive situation and can help your borrowers get their offer accepted. It's something that we're pretty excited to bring to the market.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the client in which we get to use that.
Yeah,
so
when it makes sense.
I'm like, this is going to be so amazing.
Yes.
So I know on my end that I can share your app, and which again, I mean, how convenient to be able to do that. At the same time, you are able to market mine as well. So it works out for both of us. But if somebody wanted to get a hold of you today or tomorrow, what's the best way to do that?
The best way to do that would be to, like if you don't know anything about me, would just be to look up Evergreen Home Loans, Helena, Montana, and call a phone and ask for me. My cell phone number is 406-465-2088 if anyone wanted to call me off of that. Also, you have the ability to share my app or contact information. A lot of times Missy will tell me somebody's information that's interested, and I send them a link to apply that has all of our information and her information, which is a cool way too. But if you absolutely had no way to get a hold of me, didn't know anything, I would say just call the office or call my cell phone number.
Yeah, or call me.
Or call Missy.
Call me, text me, DM me.
Yeah.
Not quite sure all of that. My age will show a little bit on that, but that's all right. Well, I can't thank you enough.
Yeah,
like
thank
seriously.
you for having me.
Well, it's just so rewarding to see, former students go and do great things, and it's so like honestly heartfelt to have some of our best and brightest decide to stay in our communities and make it even better. And for that, I cannot thank you enough.
I appreciate it. I love that I get to work with you in such a different realm, from teaching me biology to now here we are.
Here we are, talking numbers, sister, talking numbers.
I love it.
So any questions, please call, text, DM me, and like Kendra said, you can get on Evergreen Home Loans and give her a call or call the office and get in touch with her. I think it would be a call worth making. So thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.